join waliona meeting ni 8. Uliona hiyo message, so tutashinda tukiwaste time. Yeah, and hopefully when wako hapa now, most of you guys now join. So
Storm unabonga kweli?
Iza niko naenda kuongea. Pole, mic iko off. So tutaanza watu waliona link, ilitumwa kwa Discord, ilitumwa Telegram, WhatsApp, and wenye wako hapa acha tu move on na nyinyi. Wenye wata join late shauri yao, kwa sababu waliona link na nikupuuza wamepuuza. So then unapata mtu anakuja kando, sijui help me here, and senye kuna hii stuff hawataka kuwa present. Sitakuwa nafanya hiyo kazi. I have other businesses to do. So last week we had pound. That was one of the first trades I had sent, I guess. So there's this weekly zone which I'm still looking at. That weekly zone over there, still a fresh supply, and we have this low down here. So these are extreme low. It's a significant low for us, so we have to watch it. It's an external swing low. So the first thing for daily, we have this low which is of significance. So kuna a series of breaks of structures ka kawaida. So that's a BOS. I had that. I had this also. And if you see my BOS, huwa si mark at only weeks. There has to be a body close below, so for me to consider it as a break of structure. So that's our BOS. This is our external low right here. That's our external low, and then we have this low. This is our strong internal low. This low, it is very significant for us. Okay, I got on again. Okay, as I was saying, this low, it's very significant to us, because this low, in case the market mitigates this zone, then it shifts and breaks this low, it will have changed the structure of the market if it breaks it. So if it break, itakuwa imeconfirm to us the market is ready to go down. But since then, haijakuwa broken, so this is a very significant low for us. I can call this a strong internal low, just like that. And so on the daily zone, this is our weekly zone. So all these things you're seeing here, vile nimetoka weekly, and so it's a significant zone. And this is where this move from here to down here started. So it broke series of structures, and so this zone is quite significant. And therefore we had two highs. So I was watching this high. It was in form of an old high, so I'll indicate it as an old high. And so there was liquidity resting above, and yeah, so there was liquidity resting above. And if you look at the structure of the market, it's been taking out significant zones like this one. So a significant zone. This zone here, it was also a significant high. And so the pattern of the highs being taken out, I was also expecting it. Yeah, so after it takes out a high, there's always that correctional phase, and so I was expecting it to take it out and then a correctional phase. So down to the 1 hour, so we had before down to the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, you see this zone, this zone over here, this zone, I think Pablo took a trade here, and this zone was significant. Why? Because it was a failed supply. It failed here on the 90-minute time frame. So this zone was very significant, and it was very, very strong. And so on the 90 minutes, that supply should be right here. So this was the supply. So this was the supply. So that was the supply. And so let me drag it. So if I drag it, you'll see the supply failed, but it left out this 4 hour zone. So this zone was a strong zone. because it created a demand after the supply failed. This is like a supply to demand, S to D. Supply to demand. So I'll write S to D. S to D. So there was that zone, and you can see there was an imbalance down there, and so price took out the high. It only wicked it out. It didn't take it out at ile with a body close above. It only wicked it out, and vile wick out. So meaning this was my new short-term high, and heading to the 1 hour, there was a shift in market structure. That's what I had seen on the 15 minutes, I think so, 10 minutes, right over here. And so 10 minutes, sorry. So I had seen an order flow. I saw this supply was mitigated right there. That supply was mitigated, and then in here there was a short-term 5-minute supply, and then another thing that I saw, a demand over here failed. So this was the first demand that failed. Then price came, traded below, breaking significant zones. Like this demand also failed, and so it had shifted my market structure on the lower time frame. So this zone demand failed. So you can see it got mitigated, but it got taken out afterwards, after mitigation. And so looking at the order flow first, here's the 5-minute zone that I had seen, imekuwa mitigated. So this was on Monday. So I was trying to follow the direction vile market itampea. So there was that zone. So I think I took my zone on the 10 minutes time frame, and so my zone was this zone over here. So because I had seen the order flow, it may shift. So I took this zone. So just like that. My entry was at the opening, and my SL was at this high because this was a protected high. So you can see the highs are being protected and the lows are being taken out. And my target was this low, but I had another low. This low, I think so. Yeah, that low. That was the low that I was looking at because ilikuwa na liquidity. I think it's that low. No, yeah, it's that low. So that's the low that I was looking at, and price did its thing, came. I think it generate Asian liquidity. So come on, I don't know how it okay. So it generated Asian liquidity. So on Tuesday morning during London session, ALS was being portrayed here. So ELS, the next guy I'll take through is the guy that taught me, Levy, because I didn't like lower time frames back then. And so price came, it mitigated that zone, and also there was something that I saw, confirmation entry. So you can see this, these were early sellers, they got taken out here, and so I think on the 1-minute time frame there was a re-entry, because you can see the same pattern repeats itself. Demand failed over there. Wait, it went back up. Yeah, this was the sweep, and so this one had worked, and so the other demand to be seen was this one. So this was the sweep, not this one. This one over here, and so took out that zone, left out a supply right there. And so how do I know it's a sweep? It's a sweep. So look at this zone, it got wicked out. So meaning the early sellers walikuwa wanaingia na 1-minute time frame, wanaweka SL hapa juu, they were wiped out, and the trade went on. And so you would have entered over here and then have your SL at the protected high. The protected high was this high, so this one was to be the protected high, and then your target would be, like that, 10 minutes, would be down here. So you would either target this swing low ama hapa chini. I think this was the low nilikuwa target, yeah, because there was a demand ilikuwa ina play. So back to the 1 minute. So price came, mitigated, and you see if you had a stop SL, you would have been taken out because you can see it wicked it out. So over there, then I think from there the trade ilienda, but it gave people re-entry of which sidhani watu waliziona. So back to the 15 minutes, I fasten the process. So confirmation entry and the aggressive entry both were valid, and boom, within no time hii trade I think by around 12 hapo 1 ilikuwa isha 12 actually ilikuwa isha hit TP, so ili hit TP hapo 12, so it happened during the London opening. So 10 London opening, and then it got taken out. And so if you see this London opening, if it was bearish, nilikuwa na expect New York session itakuwa the reversal of London opening. So that was the first trade, and siko sure kama nilituma, but I guess I sent it, this and Euro GBP. I think I had sent the order flow. I think I had sent it. So that was the first trade, and yeah, so I think during the New York, was it New York? Yeah, it was expected to reverse, and so this zone Pablo alikuwa amewatumia. So now this is the S to D, the failed supply, it created a demand, and so the demand got mitigated like that, and nilikuwa na zone pia, nilikuwa nimetumia my students, so I had this as a mitigated zone, and so hii zone iko hapo chini, this demand I knew hiyo demand inaweza kuwa valid. Nilikuwa nimeona okay, it's valid, nilikuwa nimeona inaweza toa supply yangu, but nilikuwa na risk kadogo, and nilikuwa nimetumia some of my students, so ilitutoa break even sisi wote, so just like that. And it mitigated the supply, na hii setup ilikuwa free by the Pablo aliwatumia nyote, so there's no need of me sending setups twice and mtu ametuma, so and so it mitigated that zone, traded back above. So kwa lower time frame hapo ungepata a shift in market structure, meaning inside here ungepata an OB if you refine. So that happened, came back, mitigated the order block that was to be mitigated, and then news ikakam over here. So there I had a order over here, sell limit on the midpoint, so right over there, and my sell was here. So nilikuwa nimexpect hii zone ndio itakuwa used to take out this zone, because nilikuwa nimeona in Asian session kulikuwa na liquidity, and I had this zone over here. I think hii zone ndio focus wamewatumia ka free setup kwa Telegram, kwa WhatsApp, kwa inaitwaje, Telegram, WhatsApp na wapi pengine, Discord. So hii zone ndio mimi nilikuwa nimeona nitaingia midpoint, and so vile niliona price mitigate sniper entry, my target was to take out this low, so down here. So it mitigated hapa, nikachukua partials, and I told some of my students to move the sell to break even, because the news yenye ilikuwa imetoka positive news, I think for negative news for the dollar, so took me out at break even, and it took out that zone. Yeah, took out that zone, and then also lower time frame, it's quite important guys, it's quite important. So I had a 2-minute OB, sijui pia 2-minute kani ilituma, not sure. Yeah, I had a 2 minutes OB right here somewhere. Over here the same thing had happened, order flow, same thing, so it never got invalidated, I think so. Was it? Yeah, wait, does this zone kidogo 3 minutes, because that zone haikuwa invalidated, so it's not this zone, so ilikuwa Friday. Yeah, it's this zone, so 2 minutes over there, and yeah, it's this zone. So entry was right over there, and the stop loss was above this high, so this was the protected high, because nilikuwa nimeona a series of mitigation, so it mitigated this zone over here, it came back and retested it just like that, and so it had shifted in the lower time frame, and then it came back, mitigated, and then took out these lows. And so since ni Friday, most of you know that I don't trade on Fridays. For me, Fridays is not my thing, it's not my day. So ika ungekuwa na tight SL, that's why I usually tell you put your SL above a protected high or a protected low, because ukiweka sometimes stop loss like hivi tight, you get taken out. But if you have it above the protected high, just like that, you get protected definitely. So 10 minutes, I was watching this trade, and it did run well. So the first zone was I think this zone, this low, this is the first zone. So guys, this is a fractal confirmation. Ukiwaga na si kila saa unaambiwa usikue married to one time frame. Like sometimes market ina shift in the lower time frame, umapata ime meet your rules, and this is what Levi alikuwa ananiambia. So don't be married to one time frame. Don't be, because market inaweza kuwa ina shift kwa lower time frame, unaongoja hadi higher time frame. Sometimes higher time frame inaweza kuwa invalidated and ungepata hiyo trade in the first move ya lower time frame. So I had this zone and I was watching it. Never, I think I could hit TP ilifika hapa news, and I stopped watching it, stopped watching the trade, and I think ilicheza, you see, cheza around that zone, never came back, and I think the market will close up. So GBPUSD had a couple of trades. I think EURUSD also I sent a trade. So hii market I think ili close hapo. So GBPUSD mngekuwa mmecapitalize. So hii bado kama ungekuwa ndani bado you're still in profits, and probably unacheza na trailing SL. For those who are in, wenye Pablo waliwatumia, kudos. So you can hold, and don't be a greedy trader. Chukua partials. Partials is important. So that's what I had on GBPUSD. So Levi atawapatia forecast. Mimi nawapia what we just we could have had last week. So EURUSD is, I think I sent one setup peke yake. I think it was this one over here. So EURUSD ilikuwa nimeona hii zone 10 minute zone, ilikuwa after news. I think I sent this, and I think zilikuwa mbili. So 15 minutes pia. Yeah, there were two setups. So this is the first setup. Na hii setup I think tulingoja for some. Yeah, it was this one. Ndio ilikuwa ya kwanza. So and there's this guy Joseph Muyaki. That guy, I think yeye alichukua hizo trades zote mbili na he had a good trade on both of them. So this was the first one. So I had these zones. So his zone nilikuwa nimemark in red as an inducement, and I think I overlooked. And also this zone over here I had marked as inducement. So the first inducement was this one. So I had 3 zones. Ukienda muangalia. So this one was taken out. Why was it an inducement? You can see it failed out. It failed to take out this low, and so price traded back above, inside it. So kulikuwa na confirmation entry bado, I think on the 1 minute, and it took out the low. Yeah, it took out the low. So always target low lying fruits. Usitake kutarget yeah. If you have a question, just open your mic and ask. Please. Just open your mic and ask.
Before tuendelea,
Aha.
nilikuwa nataka nikuulize kwa maswali mbili. Unatumia indicator gani kujua hizo ama Asian session? Alafu
Aha.
unatumia metric gani kujua inducement gani? Inducement itakuwa aje, yani hiyo stuff inducement hiyo.
Okay. So for inducements, I had to backtest. Just not again. I had to backtest. Because nilipitia a couple of materials, and I had to backtest. Huku kwa lower time frame, seasons zote zitakuwa valid. Like si zote. Like hata ukichukua your fib tool and you decide to measure from this high to this high, utapata hizi ndio ziko discounted pricing. Na hizi zingine ziko at premium pricing. You see? So for example, let me take my gun box and I use for 50 and discount. So look at that zone from there to there. So nisichanganyisha watu, chanto hii. So angalia hizo zones. These two ndio ziko kwa premium pricing. So meaning premium pricing ndio tuna sell from. So that's basic. Everyone should know that. Basic. Discount you buy. That's basic. Very basic. And so easy zones mbili. So there was this zone over here. This was basically an inducement level. This one, inducement level. And you can see people were induced. Also, this zone over here was an inducement level. So before smart money imeka move, itakuwa ina creating hizi zones. Utakuwa unapata una zones mbili. So inducement definitely hiyo zone itatolewa. So that's why ukiona hizi zones mbili, kama unataka kuingia chini usingie aggressive, ingia na fractal confirmations. Drop hata kwa 3 minutes, 1 minute. Ongoja a change of character. Ongoja one ma demands zikifail, ndio zikuonyeshe they are ready to sell ama to go long kama ni buys. You see? So utapata kitu kama price comes back, inafanya kitu kama hiyo, and then it sweeps one more time, and then it goes aggressively, it comes back, mitigates the supply, and then it shorts. So hivyo ndio vile huwa ina behave. And for the indicators that I use, mimi natumia indicator moja, sichafuagi chart yangu. EFXN session range peke yake, hiyo ndo natumiaga na nimejicustomizea vile naitumia mimi mwenyewe according to sessions. London, New York nimejicustomizea. So hii sahi nimezima kina London session, nimezima kina New York session. So najua na timing. So najua 8 am to 10 pm ni London, to 10 am, sorry, not 10 pm, to 10 am ni Frankfurt London opening. You see? And then hapo 3 pm to 4 pm New York session inaingia, it's an overlap. Then ikifika around huko saa saba New York inazima, alafu Asian session inaanza hapo I think around 3 am around hizo times. That's why unapataga kuna koga na fundamentals mingi za AUD hizo time, kina Japanese yen around hizo time, because hiyo ndio saa wameamka, market zao zinachangamka. So I hope nimeanswer your question and I haven't rushed anything.
Kuna mtu amesema ati hiyo inducement ya pili imefanyika kwa equilibrium. Sijaelewa hapo.
Hii ya pili ilikuwa below equilibrium. Ilikuwa below. Okay, ilikuwa katikati ya equilibrium na hiyo, but ilikuwa below equilibrium. Just like below. So there's this high, this swing low. Look at it. Ilikuwa chini. Equilibrium ni katikati. And then kitu ili validate hii supply enye umsanitoaje Jose alichukua Muyaki, alichukua hiyo trade na ikakuwa winner trade. Mimi siku nilikuwa nafanya nini kwa chart. I think nilikuwa naangalia trade yangu ya GU. So you can see it created a demand to supply. So hizi zote, hii ni supply na hii supply, zote ni valid. You see? And also you can see demand ilikuwa mitigated but ili fail to take out the high, so zikatolewa. And ikaenda up kuonyesha ina invalidate demand zote. So unaona hizi demand. So hata hii demand hapo ilikam mitigated back to this supply, it created a short term supply here, zote invalidated. So hizi zone hazikuwa efficient for me to short hii market. I trusted hii zone ya juu sana, siku trust hata hii ya chini, unaona. So hata hii ya chini ningepata trade lakini vile nilikuwa naangalia ya GU. So price played out. So kama ungeingia hii I think kwa 1 minute, okay, show on the 1 minute. Shit, not for 1 minute. You see, on the 1 minute kulikuwa na same thing. You can see it swept this. So this was a sweep. It swept this high. It invalidated this zone, this demand over here. Okay, it mitigated this zone. So ndio, just like that. It invalidate actually here hapa. And so you could see the volume and it will come from below. So meaning this was a first entry. So acha nipe a different color, mitigated, meaning this would have been your first entry. So entry, a sell above, like directly above, that's a 2 pip sell. So hapo by the sometimes ukiingia gezi fractal sometimes utazimiss, then na target uko chini. So that was the first entry, and then I think second entry ilikuwa this one. I think it was somewhere around here. Let me see. Yeah, somewhere around here. Comes, does the sweep, then it goes. So meaning ukiingia hapa, put it above the protected high. So kama tu kawaida, entry opening above protected high ni gani? Siweke juu high because hii itakuwa protected, because hii imekuwa protected. So protected, and so you can see, so 2 entries. So kama ulikuwa umeogopa kuingia kwanza, ndio hii ya pili, weka tu above hapo. You see fractal confirmations. Go back to the 10 minutes. So I think Jose alisikia fiti, and so you would have targeted this low. So that was a 7.4 hour trade, and kuna ingine I think ingekuwa more. So fractal confirmation will reduce risk na ina increase reward. So there actually hata niyo msemo ataonyesha next ule view huyu tu. So this was a 20.83 hour. Umse ataingia next level. Huyu ndo alikuwa hata yeye ndo alikuwa ameniambia hebu ni practice on those things. And you can see it traded till TP. TP hit, smashed. And I am sure hapa you can see the same thing, failed demand hapa ndani. So utapata hii hapa ndani kulikuwa na demand imefail. I think back to the 1 minute. See, this demand failed, so hii demand ilikuwa na volume. This one, it was used back again. Sorry, mouse yangu inacheza kidogo. This demand over here, because ili mitigate, you can see this demand over here. And so smart money, since ni wajanja, but by them mkipractice hii kitu mtakuwa mnaona often from time to time, it mitigated that demand, it failed to take out the high basically. Ilikuwa tamu kwa 5 minutes. Yeah, unaona 5 minutes aliingia. So depending na mali wewe utaona your entry provided protect your high. So kidogo tu. So there. So your demand ilikuwa a very strong zone. Najaribu kuvuta hii kitu. Just like that. So it was a strong zone, ilipeleka price chini. You see. So also sometimes mi huambiaga wicks ni very important. You see these long wicks waga zime hide maob pia kwa 1 minute. So easy long wicks just like that, they got respected just like that, and ikaendelea kwenda chini hivyo tu. Supply again over here, so I think this is a 2 minute supply. Wow, siniambia nafanya 2 months. 2 minutes. So here's the 2 minute zone. So still as necessarily equal. Okay, unaweza pick your OB hivyo just like that, and then put your high stops above the high just like that. Hivyo tu, simple. Don't overcomplicate things. So that was the trade that was taken by Jose, na mnaona hapo kwa chat amesema ali nice ilikuwa ya 5 minutes, and so since mimi nilikuwa nimechukua GU, I think nilikuwa nimetosheka because GU it's quite better. And so I had a pending order hapa. Kuna mtu anaitwa Elijah. So Elijah nilikuwa nimemshow mi order yangu iko hapo juu na sitaitoa hiyo order. Nilikuwa nimesema either break even, either TP ama ni SL. Chague moja. So the trade ili hit TP, and so it came, took out that high. So kulikuwa na 5 minutes high hapa, but mimi nilisema hapa ndio ndaweka SL yangu. Kwa nini? Asian session ilianza kujiform, na mimi sipendagi trades za Asian session, sipendi kabisa. So I took it out just like that, ikatoa pia zone. So it went to extreme. Order ilikuwa hapo juu, and my target nilikuwa na target the low, so I got tagged, but nilitoka break even, and I took some partials. So my entry was there, stop ilikuwa na target hapo. So hata students wangu nilikuwa nimewatumia hiyo, so just like that, boom, nika reduce stop loss hapa slightly below the OB and BE, and the trade ika out vizuri, but ilishindwa ku take out the low. So since niliona hiyo na ilikuwa ni New York session inaingia, nilijua tu it must reverse, it must. If Asian if the New York if the London session imekuwa bearish, expect sometimes New York session itakuwa bullish and vice versa. So that was a break even and partials, and congratulations to those guys wenye walichukua hapa. And the next trade ilikuwa this one, 10 minute trade, but sikuingia. So ilikuwa na Thursday ama ni Friday? Thursday. Nilikuwa sana nani. Nilikuwa na watch tu. So si kila trade utachukuaga utrade. Don't be a greedy trader. Najua mnataka do, but some things you guys have to be patient. Don't be greedy traders. Najua you want money, but the market iko na endless stream of opportunities. The most important thing is you guys to learn the skill. Once you learn the skill, money becomes a byproduct. Simple as that. So hapa ikakami mitigate 1 minute zone, I guess, and then it traded below. So nilionaje hizo niko valid. Kulikuwa na demand hapa, fail hii, so kulikuwa na a 10 minute zone over here, One of my students alichukua hii trade anaitwa Sky, niliwatch. So Sky is one of my performance students, yana Alan. So same thing happened again, it invalidated this zone, traded, invalidating it, and also this zone got invalidated. So let's some miscontent, just like that. So it invalidated also that zone, just like that. So there, it's up liquidity. So for me, I was looking at these lows, especially here hapa hata, especially here. And so there was an imbalance. Imbalance huwaga confluence by the way. Kuna msali kwa meuza, si lazima kila saa kutakuwa na imbalance. Imbalance huwaga confluence. Target ilikuwa hiyo. Sometimes imbalance huwaga confluence, and just like that trade ili hit TP, and my student ali nice. Yeah, also unge target hii low. Okay, so for me, I never traded it. I was looking at these wicks. I think niliwatumia wicks. I'm looking at the wicks, and I never considered his zone. So nilikuwa naangalia hizi wicks, and so his zone was it a 5-minute zone? Yeah, 5-minute zone, a good zone, break of structure, so a continuation supply. So it came, same student Sky again alipata a trade hapa. I think alipata a confirmation trade, confirmatory trade kwa Asian session though. So it took down, so your zone ilikuwa hii. I'll write it as a demand. I'll put it as mitigated. So price traded below. Yeah, traded below. And kama nimekuwa mkionaga, sometimes nimekuwa nikiambia wase kwa group, sometimes price inaweza come to inaitwaje, 3/4 of the Asian session depending on the volume of how the Asian session ilikuwa, meaning hii time kulikuwa na activities zinafanyika, you see. And so sometimes itakujaga midpoint, 3/4, sometimes you might be taken out, but if you back test you'll be able to see them. So mitigated your zone hapo juu, and it traded below. And so for me, I found a continuation supply on the 15 minutes, this zone. So yeah hapo, so I think kuja na body later. Yeah, so most of you guys know I consider body close below. So my other BOS was this one. So this one right over there, that's a BOS. So this Poly Levy, najua nimekuibia forecast moja, so that's one of the forecast, and I'll be looking at this zone, and if I enter, I'll enter with a fractal confirmation. So because you can see the order flow imeturn bearish, and I am having this 1 hour zone over here that broke this structure over here, same like GU. So this will be my week high. So this will be my week high. Yeah. So EU mnaweza angalia zone, and you can see the BOS, it's visible kwa inaitwaje, kwa 1 hour. So this is like liquidity, relatively equal lows. So that's liquidity over there, right below, before that zone. Yeah. And so the next trade I had was and this is the last market naangalia na watumia Euro GBP. Yeah. So Euro GBP, the first market analysis, there was this zone. There was this zone over here, demand, ulitumiwa na focus, I sent it to, so tulishare. And so for those who took it, I hope mulichukua partials, trailing SL. And then I had this zone nili mark out. So ukienda kwa charts hamtakosaga hizi nini markups zinatumwagwa. So ukisema you're not profitable trader, sometimes unatumiwa hizi vitu na nyinyi hamtaki kuchukua. So there was this zone, it mitigated a 30-minute zone. So you can see guys, same thing repeats itself. I had this 1 hour, I had two zones. Both of them zilikuwa discounted pricing. Both of them discounted pricing. Premium pricing, not discounted, premium. And so niliona ma demand zina fail, and then ikashift structure na hizi supplies zilikuwa zimetuachia. So hii supply yangu mimi nilirefine 30 minute hapo, and yeah, I took it. And so same thing happened again right over here. Hizo nilichukua tasi kutumia mtu yoyote, took it alone. And so my target was a week low, this one right over here. So this was a week low for me. So the same thing imeji repeat LS. the Asian high was taken out, so I knew the Asian low was to be taken out. Same thing, demands were failing. This demand in here, so that one failed, and I think this one was the one respected, but I didn't expect it to hold price. So since we are playing with and ilikuwa imemeet rules zangu by the way. So since we're playing with probabilities, my SL was just above there, entry at the opening, and this was the target. So I would have targeted even a 30-minute demand that I was looking at. So 30 minutes, I was looking at this demand over here, so I would have targeted it easily, but siku target. So nilikuwa na pending orders hapa na ilinitoa break even, because huwa si trade on Fridays, because I know on market inaweza reverse initoe on Fridays inakuga tu siku tu fulani tu ina ujinga. So came mitigated, and yeah, it traded below, kakuwa na pullbacks, and yeah, boom, TP smashed. So usiseme hukupata trade. Hii trade ilikuwa hapa, I sent it. Pablo I think alituma, Leonard alituma, yeah, mimi nilituma. So if you didn't take it, it's okay, it's your own problem. And so let me take out these zones and have this as mitigated. And so there was this demand, nearly refined for 30 minutes, so it got taken out here. There was that mitigation, and then got taken out, came back, traded inside it. Kulikuwa na drawdown, my stop loss was below the low, and my entry was opening. So kulikuwa na hiyo drawdown, and nearly hold. If you can hold on to losses, why don't you hold on to profits? So that's what I'll tell you guys. And I had this 15-minute zone over here. I was watching it. Here zone. So I usually mark zones zenye just in case price iamwe ku reverse. So I usually watch such zones. You have to be, lazima uangalie both sides, sells and buys. So 30 minutes. I'll play it on the 30 minutes. Take out 15. Okay. So it came, created failed to take out your zone, created for me liquidity, and took out that low, just like that. Swept this zone, yangu, and closed below, so that I can call it a break of structure. So 30 minutes. It did close below. Yeah, and market may close here. So I'll be looking at that 15-minute zone. Yeah, if not, there's another zone here, 10 minutes, but ndaingia na fractal confirmations kama kawaida. Yeah, I'll be watching this zone and also this high, but sana I'll be looking at this zone 15 minutes, no other zone. So that's all I had for last week, and I think we'll share some of those setups, and I hope some of you guys will enjoy. Always remember, don't be a greedy trader. Yeah, so anyone with a question before I switch nipatie Levi? Anyone with a question? And so in regards kwa ile nikiwaambia saa zingine price hukujaga midpoint ya Asian session. So look at this Asian session. If I take my fib tool from at a gunbox from the high to the low, so that's the high and this is the low. You see, price will mitigate midpoint. So sometimes itakuwa inakaa midpoint and then it goes back above. So si kila saa Asian itakuwa inatolewa, but if you guys decide to back test, mtapata hizo trades easy. Once you learn the skill, everything else falls into place. That's what I'll tell you guys. So anyone with a question before I hand it to Levi in regards to anything? Anyone with a question? Guys, msikuje kunitafuta pale inbox at yo Storm team, saidia hii. Yeah. Question? Speak up guys. Levi ndo atawapeleka na forecast next week. 28 people, no question. I think all of you guys are pro traders. Ruth, uko na swali? Samuela nasema nini swali? Diana, Elijah, mko wengi hapo, ulizeni swali. Okay, I guess Levi.
Yo.
Hapa watu ni pro traders bana. Wewe itabaki umefanya forecast. Watu wataki kuuliza swali bana.
Mimi niko sawa na forecast pekee. Niko sawa na forecast.
Wafanyie forecast.
Ni haraka hapo hivi.
Nimejaribu kuambia walete maswali ya waleti. Tawa nifuate inbox.
Ana pro. So probably umeelewa. I think umeelewa.
Haya wazi. Basi wacha nini. Wafanyia focus tuacha niache kupresent hapa. I think we have done and the meeting inakuwa recorded so bado itatumwa pale YouTube. Mwende mlike, mwende mcomment. Okay?
Tafanya hivyo.
Haya wazi. Levi, endelea bana.
Sasa kidogo tu. Oh. So guys, I hope mnaona screen yangu as for now. And tutaanza na USD kwanza. Kitu kama USD. I think we'll start with USD. So first of all, assume hauoni hizi markups because sitaki ku take much of your time nikifanya analysis yenye Storm tayari ashafanya. So ukiangalia order flow ya EU, these are on a daily time frame. The order flow iko bullish vibaya sana by the way. Trying to sell EU ni kufanya counter trending and it will be very risky ukijaribu kusell EU sahi unless you know what you are doing by the way. Unaweza fanya counter trending which is very good, inakuanga na do sana. So at this point ukiangalia market broke this structure and then pushed upwards. After pushing upwards, we saw that there was kulikuwa na change tunasema hii ni change of character on a daily time frame. And then coming here on this high tuka break structure ku confirm that tumeshift sasa kuwa bullish. And then angalia kulikuwa na order block hapa hivi, and the way I mark my order blocks I think ni totally different because mara mingi siangaliangi
Levi, sauti yako imepotea. Sauti yako imepotea bro. Just give him time kidogo tu anarudi. So guys, kuuliza questions si mbaya. Just be asking a question. That's why you learn. Yeah. Kijekea shida yako hapo ndani. How will you be helped? Yeah. So I'm going to ask questions. And also Levi apitie fundamentals. Levi unatusikia?
Cheki, miko na swali Stones. Hizi shit tunaongelea hapa hivi zote, hii content tunaongelea hapa, lazima nikuwe na specific place zinatoa ama naweza pata hii content nikifollow wasetu wengine alafu bado italink.
Okay, there's that group, kuna community tuko nayo wasa wana learn and also recordings zetu zote si waga tunapost kwa YouTube, so psychological, technical, we always post it on YouTube. Oh, Levin sawa ina fix mic, and so we always post it on YouTube, so for people to follow up because wasa wengine umiss no, but kuna times zenye utapata like this weekend me I had a busy weekend with the guys, my weekend imekuwa so tight. I have weekends pia nafanyaga mimi ni software engineer, so nafanyaga other work, so weekend I also hustle too, and so kila time nitakuwa mnapata hii recording I had to step up because niliona hakuna mtu ame step up as in our presentie mlearn. You see, this is a skill and people are paying money to learn and hapa mnapewa for free. And so Jimmy, kuna community, kuna Telegram, Discord, WhatsApp, and we discuss there, especially WhatsApp iko very hot. I think iko hot kuliko other community, kuliko Telegram na Discord, but both setups zile zinatumwa zote tatu. Yeah, so utakuwa unapataga recordings hapa, and if you want to learn the skill, yeah, there's so many guys you can learn from me. There's Pablo, there's Levi, there's Focus, there's Anansi. There's so many guys you can learn. Hello Timo, my question is whether you have specific pairs that you do well or you trade any pair provided. Okay, I remember nikianza hii mwaka niliwaambia I'll be trading EU na GU. The only time nili break my rule is when I traded AJ, ADJPY. Yeah, I guess. And so mi wanasema for an amateur trader or a beginner trader, just trade one pair. Unaona hiyo pair moja inaweza kukupresentia setups 5 in a week. Na imagine hizo setups 5 unaweza kapata zote correct, unaweza pata 3 correct, 4 correct, au 2 correct, hizo zingine break even na moja ya sell. So si lazima utrade just any pair. Don't just be greedy. That's like a greedy trader. Unaona? Just pick a watch list. If it's 3 pairs, just have those 3 pairs. Learn from those 3 pairs because there's so much to learn from those pairs. You see? So for me, sana nakoga EU na GU, but EU is my favorite pair ever since. ever since. Levi alikuwa anatumia setup naambia napenda EU.
Ukweli.
Si trade like EU tu. Ushahidi hata mimi nikitumia watu setup za gold ati kimbele mbele. Sihitaji hata kutrade gold. Mimi as much as ndapata setup, siwezi enda kuitrade. Gold hata nilitradingi last year time ya after interest rate. Nikakulaga kidongi and then kuna before niliwin. Ever since that day sijarudi kutrade gold. Na I think December pia. Sijarudi na December nilikula fiti. Na I think guys walikula fiti. Pablo nini? No. So I only trade a few pairs. Sitaki drama ya pairs mingi. So chani achie Levi endelee. Tuongee wengine after amemaliza.
I hope niko loud and clear sahi.
Nakusema.
So as I was saying, when you want to mark order block is totally different. Now maybe most of you, because most of you maybe muna mark the previous candle, the opposite candle before a move. For example, kama ni a bearish move, unamaka a bullish candle. So mimi wanaangalia kitu moja, naangalia kitu kama liquidation. Mostly liquidation means taking out the previous high. Remember, liquidity is everywhere. Huwezi kuja uone equal highs, ati uone equal highs useme ati hiyo ni liquidity. Yes, ni liquidity, but liquidity iko everywhere and in a drive market. And then another thing, mostly I believe that imbalance drives, it pulls the magnet. It acts like a magnet to the market. So price is pulled to the imbalance. Kitu ya kwanza unafaa ujiulize, mbona market ilikuja ikareact kwa hii order block and then ikaibomoa? It's because it was a significant zone. Hiyo ilikuwa zone inafaa kureact, but mostly huku hivi juu probably volume was huge and huwezi jua. Okay, sijui naweza kwambiaje, but the volume was, I think the volume was huge. That's why the market pushed upwards. Another thing, nikimark order blocks on a higher time frame, mostly when I see a very huge week, huwa naangalia najua hii ni order block in a lower time frame. So I think that will be our focus for today now. I think as a clear hizi vitu niweza kueleza something kidogo about lower time frame. Tukiingia kwa 4 hours, I hope you guys mmespot his zone. Now it acts like a flip, and a flip zone it's like a supply turns demand and a demand turns supply. So remember there's an imbalance here. There's an imbalance. And kitambo ilikuwa na mark B, the last buy candle before the last sell candle before a buy, and the last sell candle before a sell, or the last buy candle before a sell. So this is a flip zone, and a flip zone, this was a supply which turned to a demand. This supply zone was broken by this demand. So this demand ukiangalia, price imekuja ikaguza and then ikaenda ikasonga. So it was a valid demand. Ukiangalia on your right, we have imbalance here on the hapa chini. Ukisonga and then this zone yenye tulikuwa tumemark week. I'm so sure if you happen to scroll backwards, utaangalia. That's why I said I never mark these opposite candles. Rangi haimata. Nikiangalia hapo, you can see that there's an imbalance. By the way, niko na indicator imbalance hapa. You see, these candles are in black. They show imbalance. That means the market will be coming back to clear that imbalance, which is left over there. Let's get back to the price, the normal price yenye tuko sahi. Currently tuko hapa. And I want to show you something by the way on a lower time frame. This is on a 4 hours, so I want to show you something. So let's play price. Price ilikuja ikamitigate hiyo zone. So after mitigation, we go to 5 minutes. So what do I look for ndio niingia kwa market vizuri? Kitu wanaangalia liquidation. Hii ile zone ilitap kwa our order block inafaa ikuwe taken out and then tushuke ndio niweze kuingia. So acha ni play price tuone venye itakuwa. Siwezi ingia kwa trade before nione liquidation. According to my rules na backtesting nimefanya, siwezi ingia kwa trade yote before nione any liquidation for my POI. So price was just playing hapa around. And then now we have this liquidation. Kumekuwa na this high taken out. This high was taken out. So I can look for moves further downwards. Ni try kuingia kwa hiyo market. Probably ningoja hii demand ikuja ifail, price ikuja ifanye kitu kama hii, the demand to fail, to be broken, and then niingilia order block itakuwa hapa to push the market further downwards. Let's play price tuone venye ina react. Okay, by now hatujapata any move ukiangalia this demand here, it acted as a flip, but bado I wasn't even still confident about this taking this setup. So nilikuwa naocha ka supply kako hapa because this supply ni kama flip zone, and acha tuone kama itabomolewa or what happened. You see this supply, it's on a lower time frame and it held price. So if at all I'm entering at this point, target yangu najua it's very risky na because ukiangalia this, I don't think this is premium. This is a premium because when you measure from high to low, kutumia hii fib, this zone iko below 50% and it's not discounted. So kuingia hapo ni tricky kidogo. Yeah. And then it's violated. Now here, I'm still marking these high highs and high lows. Remember, price is reacting at our order block. Bado haijatupea that clear move ya kuonyesha ati inataka kusell ama inataka kusell. Haya. Here we have this break of structure. And now when tukiwa na hiyo break of structure, mostly I tend to look at supply zones. Supply zone kama hiyo. I remember this is a high. This is a strong high. Strong high kwa nini? It's a strong high because it may take this previous low. Sawa sawa. So sorry, we are looking to push price further huku chini. But let's wait and see. Tuangalie tuone. Haiku respect. So tuma switch. It's like on a lower time frame, tuma switch sasa kuwa bullish kidogo. Acha niweke indicator imbalance and then tuangalie which is the last imbalance. I think the last imbalance is here. So for short time I can be looking to push price further upwards. By the way, ukichukua setup, angalia the timing unachukua setup. I don't expect you to be taking a setup past 8 p.m. in the GMT plus 3 yenye tuko sasa.
Levi, mic yako imepotea tena. Levi, mic yako. Okay, no problem. So guys, when you're gonna question, ulizeni at this moment. We can discuss akifix mic yako.
Hiyo imbalance indicator ni ya nani?
Oh, mnanisikia sahi?
Tunakusikia, unauliza swali hapa na Nancy.
Okay, acha nikuonyeshe. Hii indicator ni ya kidogo tu. I think wolf trader hii. Unaiona? Wolf trader.
Sasa tumeona.
Aya, so let's see kama hii demand ita hold ku push price further. You see, kuna kitu nilikuwa naambia Storm some time back. Lower time frame ufai kuwa married to your buyers, ufai kuwa married to one buyers. Kumbuka right now tunaangalia kusell, but selling tulikuwa tunaangalia selling because we are taking out previous lows na inakuwa it's a good setup to sell. But now coming here place kuna imbalance and everything, market inakuja na tumanipulate and then tunatolewa. So the previous strong high is taken out and then now we can shift our buyers to buys. And shifting our buyers to buys, nimesema unakuja unaangalia imbalance kwenye iko. Sana ukiangalia price is efficient. Here price is efficient. But hapa kuna imbalance. And see what the market did? Market ilikuja ikareact from this zone yetu. Unaingilia obvious hapo. Stop loss chini ya low. And then target this high. That's 1:3. A good 1:3. Usitarget kitu kubwa. Haya, let's continue. Now here we have another liquidation sasa. Kuna liquidation nyingine hapa. Let's wait tuone kama markets are push lower. I think nazatoa hii order block ya high time frame. And this. So I'll mark this as a strong high, as a swing high. This is a swing high because imekuja ika break an internal structure. Haya, nikiweka indicator yangu imbalance, naona the last imbalance. Where is the last imbalance? Okay, you don't have imbalance up to here. This is not imbalance because it's covered. And now this is a previous low. A previous low has been taken out, so that means we are selling. Na hapa tuko na order block. Hapa tuko na order block. Hapa tuko na order block. So we want to see whether you can be selling. Oh, sorry.
Screen imehang rada.
Now we can whether you can be selling. Tunaangalia, tunaona this is a strong high, and then this zone is imbalanced, and we have an order block right here. So the price will be coming to these zones kwenye kuna order block. Nimesema kitu moja, usishinde ukiangalia useme ati this ati hii kando ni ya color red, hapo maroon, zile rangi umeweka hapo. No, usiangalie hivyo. Angalia place kuna imbalance na kuna kando, maybe probably imefanya liquidation. If I was to mark this zone, singemark hii kando, ningemark this yote. Kwa nini? Kumekuwa na liquidation, kumekuwa na taken this previous highs were taken out. And nikiplay price, you can see, I think kulikuwa na news. Kumbuki ni news gani hii ilikuwa? Can't remember. Market ilikuja ikatap na ikasonga, sawa? And
Yeah,
market ilikuja ikatap na
Levi
ikasonga. Now this
screen
becomes
imehang.
our new higher high. Let's wait and see.
Heavy. Current.
This becomes our new higher high. And now we have to look. Hapa kuna order block. Yeah, kuna order block because kuna imbalance, and then we have this order block right here. Na imark yote. Now you can counter trend in a lower time frame. I hope some of you mnajua Vega FX. Vega FX wana trade lower time frame, and mostly I observe his chart a lot. So you can trade a counter trend. Angalia.
Levis bana. Screen. Screen imehang.
Ni hii hapa chini. Tuko na hiyo.
Kwani usikii
We have
bana?
that one, and we have this one. The other one, and we have this one. So these are swing low, and mbona nasema ni swing low? It has
Ni mimi
broken.
pekee
Wewe bana,
nasikia
Levi.
manye wote mmesikia.
Levi.
Wewe ausikii
Levi.
Peleka price hapa juu.
Levi.
No.
Mega there.
So sorry.
Screen imehang au skive tunasema.
I think ni net. yake. Hey bro. Yeah, screen yako imehang. Wasa wanasema hivyo, imehang like. Hata tunakuita usikii. Haya, karudi tu hapo mali ulikuwa unaongelea.
Hiyo screens ilikuwa imehang kutoka kitambo ama mimi peke yangu nilikuwa naona?
Kwangu ilikuwa inaendelea vizuri. Kwangu ilikuwa inaendelea.
Kwangu ilihang kitambo.
Hata yangu ilihang kitambo zaidi.
Pablo Rada.
Poa.
Okay, so sisi tulikuwa tumeachia wapi? Anasikia ati mko mnanisikia? So acha nianze hapa. Aya, so these are previous high, and this previous high ilikuwa na order block, na hiyo order block imekuja ikakuwa mitigated. So this becomes our previous high now. This becomes our previous high. Let me play price nione kwenye kuna songa. Okay. When we break a previous high, this becomes our swing low. Hii inakuwa our swing low. So we have our imbalance indicator turned on. Tukiangalia kuna zones mbili, kuna hii zone na hiyo zone, na kuna hii zone, na kuna hii zone. So remember, we are trying to sell. We have an imbalance and an order block here, and these are protected swing high. So we can deliver price. Tunaweza deliver price hapo juu. in these two zones. Right, sell kabisa. Let's look, guys. So our zone was tapped before. Our zone was tapped before we could deliver price. So we remove the orders. Tuna remove his orders. Until this swing low is taken, out, there's a mark. This come and swing high. This come and swing high. So let's play price. Haya, a bit of explanation here. Unaona hii order block, this order block, and you see it has been respected, but we can't trade it. Hatuwezi trade tena kuweka buy, hatuwezi tena kuweka buy because tayari supply is in control. So counter trending is very risky when supply is in control. Now we have a break. We have a break downwards. We can have a break downwards. And we can find our imbalanced zones. These are imbalanced zone. And now this one comes our strong swing high. Ukiangalia, yeah, our strong swing high. Unafika mwisho kweli?
Hapo ndo mali market ili close.
Yeah, hapo ndo mali market iko. Yeah, okay, sawa sawa. So, this is hii zone ndio nitakuwa naangalia by the way. Hii zone ndio nitakuwa naangalia. Hii zone. Nitakuwa naangalia hii zone. But as you can see, if I told you capitalize na these moves, tulikuwa na
Unakaa Nixon.
That's another ngapi? 11 na 49. That's like another 4R. And probably now we'll be looking to sell from this zone towards huku chini. And I think Storm ulikuwa nakumbuka ulikuwa mark zone by the way. Kwa pre-market analysis ulikuwa mark zone ukieleza ukasema umefanya forecast yangu moja.
Yeah, it was on the 15 minutes time frame. Same zone as you.
Yo Timo.
Yeah, unasikia? Jamaa amepotea.
Nasikia kweli.
Hey.
Unanisikia?
Wewe unisikii? Guys, mimi mnanisikia?
Loud and clear.
I think Levi ndio side yake. Hapana. Hiyo zone nilikuwa kwa 15 minutes. It's even clearer hapo. So utacheck tu.
15 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, ndio hii sasa. So, nasema kitu moja, if ungecapitalize na hizi moves zote, I think this like 8R kwa hizi moves. Ukitrade kwa time frame peke yake. So, not tomorrow, but tomorrow, yeah. I think how many hours to? 3 hours probably. I'm looking to push price towards this zone. So, ala counter trending, ukiangalia imbalance ya mwisho hapa, hii zone, na liquidity above. And I think it's very visible on 5 minutes. So on 5 minutes, I expect such a scenario. The market to come, react, liquidate, break structure, and then enter on this demand. And you push price towards this place. Kitu kama hiyo. So, hiyo ni weekly forecast, hiyo ni forecast ya USD. So, I'll be looking to sell USD at this zone. This zone. Ikibreakiwa, if it's broken and this zone is not mitigated, I'll use this zone. I'll use this zone hapa. Unaona hiyo zone? In case tukuwe na scenario that this market comes and violates this supply, I'll be using this zone to push the market further huko juu. You don't have to predict, you just have to react. Sawa sawa, you just have to react. Place kama hiyo ndio itakuwa target yangu. That will be my target. Now on to the next pair, which is AUDUSD. Okay, on AUDUSD, actually I don't have much to say about AUDUSD because it has been disrespecting supplies, and these flip zones hazijakuwa zikirespectiwa hata pia, hazijakuwa zikirudiwa. So this on a daily time frame, and as you can see, we had another block here and an imbalance. Price reacted to this order block, but it didn't close nje hiyo order block. That means we can still look for sales. Sales zinakuwa valid sana. So on to 4 hours. On to 4 hours, you can see there's a demand here. No, supply, sorry. A supply here. We have a supply, and it was flipped by this zone. So, bearing in fact that we have unmitigated imbalance upper juu, we can use this flip zone. We can use this flip zone to push price further upwards. Target itakuwa kitu kama hiyo. And that's the only thing I think I have on AUDUSD, but I'll just watch the AUDUSD because the price action is not very clear on my end. So I'll just watch it and then react where possible. On to the next pair, we have the GBP card. So GBP card, I don't want to clear this markup because hiyo ni kazi mingi sana. GBP card nitaeleza venye iko sahi. So GBP card is a pair I've been watching since I don't know January started, yeah. So this GBP card, tukiangalia, it was printing lower lows. So at first, I was looking to sell GBP card from this zone. I think hata storm tulikuwa nayo nikitumia hii zone. I was looking to sell GBP card from this zone because the market was printing lower lows. Haya. Coming at it, ukiangalia ukiangalia hii zone ya 45 minutes, unaona it's a very good zone because it has a sweep, imbalance, and kuna this liquidity, kuna liquidity pile up ina pile up in form of zilikuwa zinaitwa wale watu wa kutrade chart patterns, I can't remember the names. Yeah, kuna liquidity ina pile up. So I was looking to sell from this zone, and that day nilikuja nikaweka order na sikuenda break even from this zone. After market reacted from this zone, sikuenda break even. Nilikuja nikachomolea yote ikagonga SL, and I was yeah.
I think you're scrolling behind the way.
Screen yangu imehang.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Kwani kunaendaje?
Maybe nakwambia.
Hata ni exit alafu nirudi.
Ah, sisi. Wenyewe wase normalize kuwa mna plan up for hizi presentation, ili ndio mnauliza maswali msikuja kufikiria wakati presentation imeanza.
Unasema nini kids? Kwa naitoka Christmas.
Umejaje ni mimi?
Hiyo sauti yako ujinga na ajui.
Wao wana plan hizi vitu mapema mwanzo. Sababu ile time ulikuwa unauliza nani ako na swali kuna mtu akaongea.
Bana. Inauma bana. Watu ni ma traders huko. Mimi naweza sema hivyo.
Acha mtiani.
Yo, ndio kama GBP card.
GBP
card nilikuwa nataka kusell from this zone. I think sijui kama mlikuwa mnasikia from this zone, and some nilikuwa natumia setup.
Yeah.
So hii setup nilikuwa nimeaminia sana sasa that I had seen this as trendline liquidity. Ukiangalia hapa. Okay, hiyo yote acha assuming I'll ignore the markups. Hiyo yote nilikuwa nasema ni liquidity which will be cleared. Why? Because hapa we have imbalance and we have another block. Hii nilikuwa target yangu. If I was to buy, ningebuy from this zone. But as I said, don't get married to your bias. Usiwahi kuwa married to your bias. Useme ati now because I'm selling, I'm supposed to be looking for sales pekee. And that's why I went wrong. I was induced na hii zone. Nikuja nikasema we have a break of structure and market imekuja ikareact vizuri sana. So there's no need of going break even. Then the market reversed and nikashangaa mbona market imereverse. That's why nikakuja nikaangalia nikaona kuna demands. We have demand. This demand was respected. It has an imbalance and a break of structure. So it was respected. It's a good zone. The next one we have this demand and a break of structure. This demand, it was respected na price ikasonga, flipped, tukachwa na hii demand. So I'm looking I'm still looking forward. I'm still looking forward to buy from this demand to push price further upwards. Ukiangalia hapa price imereactia hapa, imereactia kwa hii zone. So this can push this demand can act, can push the price this supply ndio tushuke mpaka hii zone yetu. And this happens on lower time frame. Ukiona kitu kama maybe 5 minutes, you just have to look for a confirmation. And this factor confirmation ni kitu rahisi sana. I'll just have to wait until this high is taken out and then enter probably from this demand zone here. Ni push price mpaka this zone up here. As you can see, this is a very good zone. It's another block. Imefanya liquidation. It has taken out the previous candle, the previous week. So it's a very good zone. I can be targeting that zone. I'll just have to react. Say who predict. This demand here is not supposed to be mitigated before this high is taken out. Ikimitigatiwa siwezi chukua your trade. I'll just be looking to sell. I'll just be looking to buy from this zone yenye nimemark kwa 1 hour. Is it 1 hour? Yeah, I think 1 hour.
Na level unaoche withdraw hadi chini kwa hii acha ikuwe liquidity withdraw hadi hapa chini kwa this.
Hapa. Hello, unasikia?
Hapo kama 6460. Hiyo ni 6460.
6460. Around hapa.
Screen yako imehang.
Naona.
How much beneath hilo iko hapo? The second low from where the price is.
Hapa.
I don't know screen yako imehang ama nimepiga na screen yako imehang.
Yo, kuna mtu ana screen ya hand.
Screen yako imehang.
Bana, levi screen imehang.
Pigia mwenye wifi. Wewe mkwenda jipiga na maswali. Mimi ningewafanya presentation.
Yo, unaona screen yangu sasa hii?
Pigia mwenye amekuwekea wifi.
Nitahave kuchange provider juu sasa. This is too much bana. Haya. Ukiangalia GBP card it respect this supply. So na anticipate this zone will push price hapa because hii itakuwa ni kama re-entry. Itakuwa ni kama confirmation entry ya kupush price towards this demand zone yenye iko hapa. Ndio tuendelee kubuy to clear hiyo liquidity yote imebuild up hapa. Will be Euro GBP. Euro GBP sina much to say about it because as you can see Euro GBP ilikuja ikareactia kwa this zone ya 4 hours. So I'm looking forward. Kuna zone hapa I think on 30 minutes something like that minutes ama 15 minutes, I don't know. 30 minutes. Let's see whether kuna zone 30 minutes. 30 minutes really. No, 30 minutes. Okay, this zone hapa it's a 2-hour zone. Market can react from this zone. And nikiangalia hapa, if at all you're looking at this place, 30 minutes, this is a demand zone. And this demand zone, ilikuja ika hold price and then ika break. So I'll still be looking at this zone as a flip zone, as a flip zone to push price towards this zone. Ama pia price can be pushed. Ukiona wiki mrefu kama hiyo na higher time frame, this can be an OB. Hii inaweza kuwa OB. So all you need to do is to react. Kitu unafaa ufanya tu ni kureact. Usipredict tuseme ati market itakuja iguze hapa ndio iguze hapa. No, just react, don't predict. So what we'll be waiting to react, it's like price has to come mitigate, do a fast mitigation. Secondly, do a liquidation. After doing a liquidation, it has to take this previous high. After taking a previous high, it will leave another block. This order block, remember, it doesn't have to be mitigated. Inafaa ikuwe fresh. The order block tutatumia kupanisha price juu. And same as this zone yenye iko hapa chini. Hii zone iko hapa chini, unafaa kungoja kureact kitu kama hiyo. Ufai kuingia aggressively. But to this extreme zone, I'll enter aggressively. If at all price happens to use this zone as inaitwaje? Inducement. Unajua price inaweza kuja tumia zone kama inducement. Kwa hiyo ina buy and then itashuka mitigate hii chini. Haya. On to next pair ni USD. USDT on a daily time frame, USDT imekuwa ikirespect, USDT imekuwa ikirespect supply imerespectiwa. So what I'll be looking forward, I think this zone is on a 1 hour. I'll be looking forward to sell with a confirmation from this zone.
Levi.
Tena.
I think Levi should hata si net yako shida tena kwenye vile ume
Ati nini so?
Screen yako imehang. Na sioni.
Screen imehang,
Uko
acha.
kwa
Hey,
USDT
tena.
lakini tuko kwa Euro GBP. Ni?
Sawa sawa. Aya, iko sawa sahihi.
Yeah.
Kwa kitu nilikuwa nasema USDT imekuwa ikirespect demand zones. It has been respecting these demand zones. Unaona hii imerespectiwa. So
Demand ama
what I'll
supply?
be looking for, yeah,
Demand ama supply?
yeah, it's a 1 hour supply. Ukiangalia ni 1 hour supply.
Unasema demand ama supply?
Okay, I'm saying a supply.
So,
Or nilikuwa nasema demand. Sorry. So as I said previously, once you mark the previous candle, an order block, kitama nilikuwa na mark the opposite candle. For example, if we are selling, I was marking a buy candle, and if we are buying, I was marking a sell candle. But now when I mark place kuna imbalance and we have a candle, and most probably, if at all kuna liquidation, it acts as a confluence. Hiyo zone is very valid. Ukiangalia hii zone iko na imbalance, and these are equal highs, not even relatively equal highs, but these are equal highs. Ukiangalia kwa daily, these are equal highs. Hizi ni equal highs. So kitu na anticipate price ikuje itoe hizi equal highs and then we sell. And itafanya hivyo aje? Unaweza angalia kitu kama maybe 30 minutes tuone venye kama kuna demand za push price towards that zone. I think the most recent one is this one. This area here. This area of imbalance, I think it's the most present zone that we can use pushing price upwards. Sawa sawa. Bora na mark hiyo zone imebreak hii structure. Yeah, that is it. And hapo tuko hiyo ni USDT. But on the trending, do it at your own risk. Ukipiwa kidungi utalan. Aya. We have Euro JPY. This powers, what is powers? Yeah. As you guys can see, for Euro JPY, we have this huge imbalance left out here. But what's happening to the price? Price is respecting supply. Respect supply. So this is on a 4 time frame chart. Let me drop to come at 2 hours. Dropping to 2 hours, you can see kuna order block, and then we have an imbalance. And this order block held price, ili hold price mara kama mbili, and then mara tatu ika push price further. So what I'm looking forward to buy from this zone. Now I look forward to buy from this zone. Kuja to clear this imbalance over here, and I'll term this as hii yote nitaitam kama liquidity, hii yote nitasema ni liquidity yote, which has to be cleared. Now I'm so sure this setup probably it can happen, maybe it can happen even in 1 week or 2 weeks. And let's drop further on a lower time frame to see whether tunaweza catch some trades. Angalia, these are 1 hour order block hapa. These are 1 hour order block ilikuja. Okay, let's go to 2 hours. I think 2 hours is much clearer than 1 hour. No, 1 hour is good. Kwa imbalance indicator yetu inatuonyesha this order block, na ilikuja ikaguzwa, and then market ikasonga juu, and this one I think this one will act as a this is a fast mitigation. So what I'd love to see is the second mitigation of this order block, and the second mitigation is always a sweep to clear liquidity. And not kufanya hivyo nilishuka kwa 15 minutes. 15 minutes, ukiangalia 15 minutes, you have this zone here. So price might come to this zone, alafu tushuke kwa this zone, and probably tunaweza panda ndio tushuke, or else tunaweza endelea kushuka mpaka this zone when printing lower lows, when printing lower is it lower highs, when printing lower highs. So all you have to do is just to react. Ukiona una react to, si predict. That can happen, or else this can happen, this too can happen. Market inaweza kuja imitigate hapo, ifanye sweep, and then itumie hiyo zone kushuka chini. Anything is possible, anything is just possible. I know you have your set of rules, you just have to react, but don't predict. When I see profit, you predict. So on to GBPSD, I think Storm Kama alikuwa ameangalia GBPUSD.
13 nilikuwa nimeangalia.
So I have markups. Sasa quest time mingi niko na markups hapa and GBPUSD currently I think currently it's very bullish pia. Ukiangalia imekuwa respect demand zone. These are demand zone. Actually we call these are rally based rally. And this rally based rally inakuwa very strong because unaona ime hold price. You can mark it as a whole. Ime hold price. Aya, kuna this demand hapa ime hold price. So we have this demand here, left this demand here which is left. Alafu kuna imbalance. So I can be looking to push price further. Si sana. Up to probably this zone. Kwenye hapa kuna relatively equal highs. This is like a 2 RR, si kitu kubwa. And then I think this one before I mark this zone, I think this one was on 1 hour. No, I think 15 minutes. 15 minutes this zone is imbalanced. Hapa tunaona kwa juu week. Remember earlier I said that a week on a higher time frame is an OB on a lower time frame. Tuone hivyo kama iko sawa. So as you can see this is a candle. Hii candle hapa kuna hii candle ya kusell, yes. It's a selling candle, but we have an imbalance which has not been mitigated. So price might come and react at this zone. And if it has to react at this zone, we can wait for our own confirmations to see whether we can be pushing price further downwards. Tunaona kama tuna push price further downwards, at least kuona kama ita mitigate these order blocks, these imbalances. Ukiangalia this on a 4 hour time frame, and this 4 hour time frame, the way I mark my OB sometimes, when we have this pin bar, when I mark from the body to wick, and as you can see, bado haijakuwa violated. So there's still a probability that we can be selling GU for the coming weeks. Fundamentally, I have not analyzed, so this is just technical. In technical, remember fundamentals can change, but fundamentals can't change the move of the market, but they push market faster when inafaa iende. So we can analyze fundamentals. I think I can have a solid bias, but this is just technical. When ufanye research yako, uangalie vitu venye zinaendelea, and then don't get married to your own bias. On to the next pair, we have VPCHF. VPCHF is a pair I've been looking forward to buy kutoka kitambo sana. This was, I think, last week but one. And let me start with the daily time frame. So on a daily time frame, as you can see, this is VPCHF. We have this zone. These are zone. Aya, ukiangalia vizuri, VPCHF imekuwa respect. It has respected a daily demand zone. It may respect a daily demand zone. So what I was looking forward to was to buy this VPCHF kutoka hii zone. Ukiangalia markup zangu nimemaki hii zone ya daily as mitigator. Unaona kuna first touch, second touch which was clear liquidity, and then later on we have a break of structure. So we have these two zones here. And then personally nilikuwa naangalia zone nasema hapana, hiyo zone si mzuri juu ya kitu moja. Kuna liquidity yenye build up sana hapo, and we have an imbalance here. Kuna hii imbalance hapa na kuna hii. Haya, I use a FIB tool. Nakuwa natumia FIB tool kuangalia my most premium zone. Kwa naingilia kwa zone ya 79. So initially this was the high that was created. Sorry, initially this was the high yenye ilikuwa created. Ndio sasa tulikuwa tuna anticipate kurudi hapa, tuendelee kubuy mpaka this daily zone. But what happened? Market haikurudi hata kidogo. Market ikosa kurudi, we just don't assume that we have to wait until that zone irudiwe. You can come to me on a lower time frame, uangalie venye price ina react. Nilikuja nikaona price is respecting demand zones, ina respect demand zone. So I came and looked, nikaona hapa kuna demand zone yenye nilikuwa nangoja ireact. Nikachora liquidity, and then this liquidity I think it was cleared. Yeah, the liquidity was cleared, but up to now kuna sell side liquidity na buy side liquidity. So my zone is still valid. Nataka kuja ni push price. I'll have a tight sell hapa juu siwezi risk ati market ikuje ianze kushuka na inunue kabisa. I won't even risk a higher sell. So this will be my target. This is 1:3. Remember, if you want that 1:10, 1:20, unaweza ingia kwa lower time frame ufanye the fractal confirmation. It's up to you. On to the next pair, we have USD card. So these are very, I think this is the most nagging pair I've ever met in my life, because USD card imekuwa ikinisumbua akili for some time. Let's go to the weekly chart, and I hope I'm clear. Haijahang tena. Haya, as you can see, USD card reacted on a weekly supply. Going on a daily, going on a daily chart, ukiangalia USD CAD imereact on a very good zone, imereact on a very good zone. Kumbuka kulikuwa na this inducement to induce early sellers and then wakakuwa sweat na tukaendelea kushuka. We broke a structure here, leaving a good imbalance which was mitigated. So that means USD CAD is bearish. We quick respect supply. So as you can see, here we have a break of structure. We have a break of structure here. And we have this supply zone. We have this supply zone here. Hii hapa imekuwa mitigated and price inataka kushuka. Looking on the left, kuna this zone. So what I'll be looking for ni kuleta price hapa chini. That will be my concern. Let's go to around 4 hours. This 4 hours, price didn't react from this extreme. Ilireactia hapa. I think Storm what's trade? Mimi was trade breaker blocks and anything else, but I think Storm unapata Storm amekwambia hii ni breaker block. Okay, I don't know about it, mimi sijui, but as you can see, these are one day zone. A one day zone which price reacted to. Remember now we are selling, so I'll be looking forward to sell from this zone hapa. In case price ikuje react from this zone, I'll be very cautious to take the buys. Price ikuje react from this zone, I'll be very cautious to take the buys. Nilisema first up, and then you have liquidation, break of structure, and then tutumie OB, tunapanda mpaka juu, and then later on tunashuka. Sawa? That's what will happen. I think that's what I'm anticipating to happen.
So guys, anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? Kabla niendelee.
Yeah, team niko na swali.
Yes, ask.
Liquidity kiform kwa market. Lazima ikuwe nini? Taken out ama sio? It's not a must.
Lazima ikuwe taken out. It can be
Okay.
sell side, it can be buy side. Najua what moves the market ni liquidity. You see, liquidity huaga pale kwa markets na lazima hizo zikuwe generated for markets iweze kumove. So without liquidity, it's basically I think sidhani market ita move vile huwa ina move. But liquidity
Okay, sawa sawa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to know the different types of liquidity, which type of liquidity you're targeting, which type of liquidity you're trading. So yeah, that's the most important thing.
Cheki team, niko na swali.
Yeah.
Tuseme uko na hiyo buy side liquidity na sell side nini? Hiyo ingine sasa.
Yeah, so
Alafu tuseme hiyo supply ikuwe taken out. Hiyo ina confirm sales ama?
okay. If you want to trade liquidity, very simple. Okay. If the buy side liquidity is taken out, aim for the sell side. And if it's the sell side liquidity which is taken out, aim for the buy side. Let me show you how you should target liquidity. So let me find a pair that I haven't used. GBP USD. I'll use this broker. So I'll get rid of this. These are the hours. So no, it's not GBP, it's Euro USD. I hope mnanisikia, sijapotea, sindio? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the buy side liquidity, let me give you an example of this day. Okay. Some of these things. Perfect. So you have this zone. Okay, this is basic example of liquidity. Okay, you have this zone full of consolidation, right?
Sioni screen yako.
Screen yako.
Okay. Siko na present. Poleni guys. Sorry guys. Sorry. Sasa mnaona?
Tunaona.
Yeah.
Poleni. So you find there was this type of liquidity in here. There was this consolidation, and so there was an inducement level right here. the reason siwezi ingia in this zone, I'll give you reasons. Okay, there was that zone, and then hapa kulikuwa na zone I think hii trade kuchukua ilikuwa na Friday. Mimi siwezi enda against my rules. Nimeumia sana. And so if you look at what the trend was, eyes are being taken out, so ili week out, so I didn't consider that as a break of structure till here. Now that was my BOS, and then this was a major swing point this high. Structure got broken out over here. Okay, so there's something that I usually consider ndio nichukue order block. So we have this liquidity in here, so let me give it a different color. Let me fill it with that your color. And so we have this consolidation, so retail wanang'ang'ana hapa, so ina generate liquidity at all sides. If you look at this zone, Levy amewambia si kila saa umark the last bullish candlestick or the bearish candlestick. Nope, si lazima, si lazima. Hata ukirefine, nikiweza chukua hii yote, if I refine probably 1 hour, I'll find an OB hapo ndani. So si lazima uchukue ati the last bearish, the last bullish. No, si lazima. And so I had this swing high. This swing high ndio ilikuwa imestore liquidity yote. So above this high there's liquidity resting above. So stop loss zama, so this is the buy side. So buy side was here and the sell side was here. And so many of you guys mkiangalia hii OB, mtaona hii itakam, mitigate, it goes to the upside. So you would expect something like this hivyo, then you continue. But for me, hata ukiangalia, hata nichukue fib tool, hii OB singeingia. Number 1, I want you guys to consider this thing when searching for an order block. And look at this candlestick, the last bearish candlestick before and the June. It trades, but it does not trade below this one. It creates something like equal lows. But this one trades below this bearish candlestick, so this bullish one, it trades below. So I wouldn't take that zone personally, but I am sure hapa ndani ya hii candlestick hapa, sorry, ndani ya hii candlestick I am sure kuna OB in the lower time frame. So let's see. Perfect. So this is 30 minutes, guys. There's that zone. Okay, so I'll leave it like that. Back to my 4 hour zone. So I'll leave that zone like that. So this zone I won't consider it, but look at this zone that I was considering. It trades below 1, 2, 3. These 3 candlesticks, it trades below them, and this one does not trade below it. So meaning this one will sweep liquidity before pushing up. So it swept liquidity over here before pushing up. So that was a sweep, liquidity sweep before pushing up. You see, and let's see what price did. I hope bado mna follow. So we had that. You see, that zone was mitigated, right? The 30-minute zone. Why? If you go to that 30-minute zone, same concept. Look at it. This is what I consider when choosing an OB. Is there a candlestick that trades below this bearish candlestick? No. It's the only candlestick that trades below, meaning it swept liquidity before going up, and this candlestick does not trade below it. So this one is a bullish order block. So back to this zone, it was mitigated right over there. What would you be targeting? You would look at this supply. So I'll mark this supply like that with the blue color now. Oh, that's a 30-minute zone. Yeah, I would look at that zone. Actually, here imbalance. So like that. So price trades above, goes back, so meaning you are taking out at break even or kwa hiyo imbalance. So hapa kwa H4 it traded inside a breaker OB, this one. So I think on the 6 hours, I guess it was visible. Yebo, 6 hours, this was the breaker. That demand failed terribly. There you go, that's a breaker. So you'd have targeted the breaker or anything, but look at how it was respected. So the same thing Levy Moncha kwa AUD USD card breaker. It trades into this zone, push price up, goes into the breaker, and boom, trades into this zone. I'm sure in here there was a short-term supply, pretty sure. So let me see, 30 minutes. I'm sure there was a short-term supply. 15 minutes. Look it out. Traded into this zone right there. So it traded into a fair value gap, or this zone, whatever you will say, because that gap, so moving is a ICT na SMC. So you can see there was this imbalance, so it was filled before going up like under Joe. So back to what I was trying to tell you guys. So you can see the demand was mitigated, a very strong zone. If you do refine, utapata 1 hour zone. So let me look. 1 hour clean indecision. Is there any, does this candlestick trade below this one? No, it doesn't. So let me refine it. That one, look, it has a small space of imbalance. This is liquidity, it does not trade into this one. So that's the zone, but this one trades into this bullish zone. So I'll mark it like this into the body. There you go. So there's no need for price trading below this zone because it already retested this zone. And so back huku mbele, it trades into it and goes. And if you would have taken this zone just like that, where would your stop loss be? Below a 19 or a 20 pip stop loss, depending on how you want it to be. So I told you, if you have sell side liquidity, if the sell side liquidity is taken out, what do you aim for? Buy side liquidity. There, you aim for that high, because that high iko na nini? Liquidity. So trades above. Same thing repeats again. You see this zone, it's a significant zone, meaning so liquidity zote zimetolewa. So basic people watakuwa nangoja, oh, trade irudi hapa chini. No, it doesn't come back there. In here 1 hour there's a supply. This was the supply. There, it failed. So let's see what price does. I hope sijapotea. I hope sijapotea, guys. Mnanisikia?
Tunakusikia vizuri.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does the trade do? Comes, trades inside it, and it goes. Breaker. This is a breaker. Just like that. Simple. Just keep it simple like that. That was a breaker. And your breaker, I don't think ilikuwa taken out. And so there was that daily supply which you would have targeted. So the trade ijarudi kwa hiyo zone. So breakers, they are usually strong zones. And you can see if you're inside, ulishafika TP imekuwa hit. So let's say I think hapa ndo mali supply ilikuwa one day. So I mark the wicks just as Levi amewafunza. So these long wicks over here, these ones, msidhani hizi vitu ni learn overnight, ndio mjifunze consistency and backtesting. Take 1 minute ziwaka. So you can see you would have stacked up your trade at this point just like that, stop loss below. What would you have targeted? This supply, or sijika for hour ndani kulikuwa na kitu. Let's see. Yeah, iko sawa hapo. Okay, that's a 5.6 hour trade. See, and it played well. Si kila saa trade itarudi kwa order block yako, si kila saa. And so that's how nimekufunza ku trade breaker. Nimekufunza if one side of liquidity is taken out, you target the other side. Simple as that. Hii trade ili happen on Friday. Hiyo Friday sikuwa kwa markets, nilikuwa nimeenda out kujibamba, kupunguza stress kwa akili. Yeah, that's it. Keep it simple. Any other question? And if uja get kitu, sema I see. Any question? Any question, guys?
Okay, explain hiyo kitu kuna umetaja ICT na SMC. So unaweza advise notes gani fiti za SMC?
Okay, okay. You know what I trade? Me, I keep it simple. I trade order flow, trade liquidity. So order flow include tu kwa order flow supply and demand, include hiyo tu. Na kwa hiyo supply and demand I can break it into breaker blocks na flip zones. Keep it simple hivyo tu. Supply and demand, liquidity, order flow, nothing else. Mi hata saa zingine okay, mtaona ICT ana trade fair value gap, but that guy is not trading just a fair value gap. Sometimes ana trade kuna kitu ameona there's a failed supply, there's a failed demand, but you guys don't see. Nyinyi mnangoja tu order block. Price will not always come to order blocks. Oh, my indicator mi natumia, sinaga mi kwa watu wote wenye wamekujaga kwangu, sinaga vitu mingi. I keep my charts clear. Every now and then I keep my charts clear. So I use two indicators, a GFX watermark, which is this one mnaona na iko na Storm FX na hii Bible verse, and FXN session range, which is this one you can see. And my settings simple. These are my inputs. Session ya London, session ya Asian, zote. These are my inputs. So this was Asian, this is London, this is New York. Okay, and then colors ndio hizo huko chini. Just simple as that. Naona, so nimezima color ya London na New York, nimeacha tu ya Asian range peke yake tu, because timing najua naangaliaga time, because we have a time huku chini. Time ndio hii hapa chini, mimi naangalia tu hiyo, nothing else. I just keep my charts clear and simple. Sitaki kuwajazia vitu mingi, utaji confuse. Just keep it simple. Ndeni muangalia hata ICT, ndeni muangalia kwa weka hata hizo ma indicators. The only indicator niliona alijaribu kufunza ni divergence, and focus alishawafunza divergence. Mimi sijaitumia indicator nyingine. Hata ile divergence nilisoma kwa hiyo video ya focus, and I've never gone or attempted to trade it, but it's a good thing. If you learn it, you can utilize it to have more wins. Yeah. So any question?
Okay. Timo, si at your free times unaweza tutumia settings zenye umeweka kwa hiyo session nini?
Nini?
Indicator kwa session.
Yeah,
Umeita
settings.
hiyo
Sure,
FXN
sure.
session.
I have no problem that zote. Mimi sina shida.
Alafu pia umespecify kwa order flow, liquidity na supply and demand. So
Yeah.
unaweza advise msimu gani fit na anafunza hizi zote tatu for a beginner?
This is what okay, I get Kilon try kuni show. So this is what I'll tell you, and everyone in here. Trading, unaweza kaona system ya msee ako profitable, system ya msee mwingine ako profitable, another guy profitable. Personally what I did, I took SMC, set sijaona video za JFX, set sijaona video za ZM Capitals, nimeona kina Mahad, kina Track, hao sasa nimeona, especially hao nimeona vile wana trade supply and demand and targeting liquidity. Yao ni hiyo basically, supply and demand and targeting liquidity. Hizo nilitolea hapo, especially JFX, supply, demand, liquidity, hizo zote, and fractal confirmations ni kama hizo za lower time frame, but lower time frame ni mimi ndio nilikuja nikaanza kujifunza pole pole, siko napenda lower time frame. And then order flow, kushika order flow vizuri, and to be honest niliona kwa ICT mentorship 2016 order flow, the core mentorship, it has basically like everything in terms of news, in terms of seasonal tendency, like you know hii price leg mnaona Euro USD na make sijui hii hapa, this price leg kutoka huku chini mpaka huku juu, this is just a correctional phase, this is a seasonal tendency, this is just a seasonal tendency. Like if ukihesabu hizi miezi, I think they're close to a couple of months, close to 6 months I guess. So tuingia kwa 1 month, I don't know how many months, let us see how many months is this mali imefika. So you have 1 2 3 4 5 6, so naona I was correct, 6 months, 1 2 3 4 5 6, yeah, this is a seasonal tendency, it happens that way. Na hiyo nililearn from ICT, seasonal tendencies, nini nyingine, I just picked the most zile vitu tu ndatumia kwa system yangu, that's the only thing that I picked, nothing else. Hata fair value gaps, mtu ataona ati nimetrade fair value gap, nimetrade breaker ama flip zone. That's it. I keep it simple like that, nothing else. Na hizo vitu zingine ni mimi na focus, na kama inaenda na backtest like hizo za Asian session, nilianza kusema hebu nione vile Asian session uplay, nikapata gasa zingine ina reacting midpoint inaenda, ina react midpoint inaenda, ama 3/4 of it. If you want to become good at this skill, ukitaka kuwa the best version of yourself, naona hii trading view wakiambia walipie, mulipie bro, mimi ni deposit do kwa trading view kuliko kwa broker, kwa sababu niki deposit do kwa trading view na ni learn the skill, unaona hiyo do itakama as a byproduct, it will always come as a byproduct, because utakuwa unaona kitu kwa chart and ina click like a bulb in your mind, it clicks to pop, it's like a bulb, ala hii kitu nimeiona, and you trade it confidently because you may repeat from time to time. So any trade I enter, I'm always confident, ikinitoa ni sawa. That's it. I just keep my trading simple. Out anyone nimejaza charts mi. Okay, by the hata kuandikiaga my imbalance BOS ni ati tu naona andika tu watumie cause kuna mse hata elewa nini unafanya. That's why naandika. Sometimes hata nikiweka comment cause najua mtu ataelewa. So I think akiona hiyo comment atajaribu kujoin the dots. But me, I see them kwa 1 minute, kwa wapi, hata niko sure. Kwa USD tutapata flip. Hata si usiangalia kwa USD. Tena confirm nyingine kwa gold. I don't trade gold by the way. Kwa mkijua hivyo. Right. Don't broker, okay? Gold, same thing happens over and over. Supply right over there, fails to take out the low, price rallies back above, takes it out, trades back into it. I think attaining half or quarter, yeah, almost half of it. And look at how strong it was, pushed up and ndani. I am sure I might find the same thing again hapa, so chaneke line up mahali hata si hivyo. Unaona hii kurudi hivi chini, if I mark these weeks I am sure I'll find something, if I do mark those weeks. So first, yeah, so any magic, this is just normalizing. Comes, trades back into it, creates a demand. Where is my demand? My demand is this one, a continuation. So kuna ule jamaa anaongoja trade huko chini, trade ikama huko chini, trade inaendelea. So there's that zone, just like that, mitigated, continuation, boop, just like that, goes hivyo. Same thing over here, just like that. Same thing over here, demand, so demands are being respected. Same thing over here, this candlestick, this bearish one, and notice the volume huwa inatoka kwa body and not the wicks, just like that, simple. In here, in this zone, there's this gap, so meaning in this zone which took out this valid point, we have something. So this is, let's go 30 minutes. Na ukipotea mniambie please, siko najiongelesha hapo. That's 30 15.
Bado tuko G.
So 15 minutes, so it still remains this order block, this one. Sitaki kwenda lower time frame sana, that zone, this one, this zone. You can see it respected, it was respected, yeah. So this was a strong zone. Why? There was a gap in there, there was that void, what you guys call liquidity void. Now that's a void, it trades into the void and goes back up. Voids are strong zones. Ikwagi imbalance, hiyo ni void. Now that's a void. So zile vitu mnaonyesha na mamenta wengine ukipata ile. So that's a void. This high has to be taken out. This one, why? Equal highs, I cannot take this zone, this supply. Why? It does not trade above this zone, so I cannot take this zone. So these are equal highs. Liquidity still intact. There was no sweep to the upside. So this one zone, I would expect it to be taken out. So continue structure. This is BOS. So this zone here, that's liquidity, equal highs. What does equal high mean? Liquidity, simple as that. So which zone do I see? I think hapa, let me see, I think hapa naweza pata kitu. Down to the 15 minutes. Yeah, after that, yeah, that's the zone. That's the zone. Yep, that's the zone. I would love to see that zone being respected. This is a sweep, so I don't consider this a break of structure. This is a sweep. Break of structure kwangu ni body close. So you remember nikiambia equal highs, yeah, it is. See it on the lower time frame, those two highs, equal highs, simple. So I wouldn't be shorting over there, so I'd expect to see that taken out, probably mitigate this zone. But I don't trade gold. Gold is not my thing. There are good people who trade it. So anyone with a question before we finish up?
Okay, sijui kama kuna msee mwingine, lakini ningependa kukuuliza, si upitie hiyo euro card, kuna trade ilikuwa hapo, then ni miss entries, so sijui kama ita retest, so ilikuwa naomba labda urudie euro card.
Let's see.
Hiyo trade ilikuwa kwa mwisho tu.
First, let's see what happens. This thing is very bullish, very bullish. Hii inaenda juu. This correction phase, I mean bullish with this correction phase.
So to say expect retest na chochote.
See these highs. Those highs are storing liquidity. So to the retail, that's resistance, and to smart money, that's equal highs. What was it trading to? This zone. There's a breaker in here, which it may hold price very well till this low is taken out. That's when you will consider a shift in the market. But since haijatolewa 6 hours, still will watch those highs. There's this zone. Yeah, there's this zone. So let me see if I can refine this breaker. And muli backtest jana, guys? Did you guys backtest?
Tuli backtest.
Yeah, this entire zone.
Yeah.
You see, this entire zone was a strong zone. Pushed price up, but price came and broke below. So price used it once, twice, it went down, and now we have here again. So this entire zone is liquidity, that entire zone. So let's jump in and see. So I wouldn't be selling me there. I would be looking at this zone, this zone, this zone number 1. So it mitigated something on this week, and I am sure this week ilikuwa time ya news. And so why will I pick this zone? I'll pick this zone because it took out a significant swing point over here. That's the swing point, and that's a US over there. Got taken out, that zone. So we need 4 hours. Yeah, I'll be taking this zone. It took out multiple significant highs. There was this high over there, and also I can spot this zone over here. this looks like a flip demand. So just apply for happy. Trying to figure out and see it for now. Let's see where that supply is. Yeah, yep. This is the flip supply. I got it. So you see that supply? That supply. Yeah. So we have two zones. Go back to my 4H. So chapata supply again. Yeah, I'll be looking at those two zones. So this zone and this zone. So this zone, look for fractal confirmation, mitigation, change of character, demand created, then go. Take out these highs. Or this zone, if I am to enter body of this candlestick around there, opening of that candlestick on the body, aggressive, stop loss below with correct risk management. My target is 2 highs, just like that, nothing much, simple. So both zones are valid, this one and this one valid, and it lies below a psychological zone. That number is that psychological zone 800, but enter at 812. Just like that, you can take it. I hope nimekujibu.
Umenijibu, asante.
You satisfied?
Yeah, mimi niko satisfied.
Okay, anyone else before we call it a night? Anyone else? Tunaona next week. I wish you guys a profitable week, and follow your rules. You'll be protected if you follow your rules. Even if you lose, you lost following your rules. And yeah, wishing you guys a profitable week. Tunaona next week.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait a minute! Who are you?